Hello everyone. Hello Konstantin.
Hello. So from my side, great pleasure to be here again on the fourth community call already. Exciting
Yep.
things happening.
Seems like it's been 3 weeks we haven't had a community call. But we are back. We are finally back. There are a lot of questions from the community and we had a lot of updates since the last 3 weeks. And yeah, a little reminder, just this morning we have launched the first big giveaway on Galaxy. You can join it and participate. And yeah, so as always, we can start from the question, Konstantin. Are you ready?
Of course I am. Excited to see what our community is asking us about and provide as detailed answers as possible.
Yep. And you also can make a comment and ask us something live on Discord, Twitter, Telegram, etc. And we will start from the first question. Why doesn't Titan have a DEX exchange to exchange and deposit profits?
Oh wow! First question, and we're already starting with exchanges and topic. Well, from our side, being fully transparent with our community. So we are in a testnet stage right now. We are finalizing all the modeling, finalizing all the tokenomic design and everything. So what we're doing right now in terms of going to an exchanges, we are talking with exchanges and closer to the mainnet launch and TG event will be listed on the exchanges. So this is all in the roadmap. This is all coming to you, people. This is our primary goal for the Titan network as well. Approximate timeline when that would happen. So we are in talks with DEXs and centralized exchanges for the mainnet launch, but I doubt it will happen before that in any period of time. So approximately what we're looking for to be on a DEX exchange is closer to the mainnet launch, which should be Q3, Q4, somewhere around that time. And it will happen as soon as we have TG and mainnet launch. So stay tuned for the mainnet event. And prior to that, we'll be definitely sharing all the announcements on which exchanges we are going to, who are we collaborating with, whether there will be any pre-launch activities for our community users as well. And yeah, that is coming. Thanks for staying in touch with us. And we're definitely mindful about being tradable and being publicly available to our community as well.
Yep, thanks for the answer. And seems like the most interesting and big part of the Titan network journey is coming up. The next question: are we expecting another testnet after the Cassini testnet? My favorite question, probably.
Simple answer is yes. There'll be a fourth testnet coming after Cassini. The initial idea is, in the first two testnets, we were testing out different components of the design of Titan network. On the Cassini testnet, we connected it to the blockchain. So now you can see all the features like blockchain explorer. You can do transactions on chain. You can do all the traditional blockchain features are enabled already. You can stake, you can participate in delegation of your stake to the miners. We have miner pool, we have consensus pool that publish new blocks. So these all features are exciting to just be by themselves. Though we are, as you're correctly mentioning, we're in a third testnet right now, and we envision one more testnet before the mainnet launch. Approximately all our testnets were roughly 2 months long, so you should expect that Cassini testnet will also last for about 2 months, maybe a little bit more, as we are testing all the features and functionalities. Obviously, our biggest desire is to launch a mainnet when everything is ready and then there are no hacks possible, there are no issues available at the mainnet launch. And that if our primary goal is the quality and safety of the network on the mainnet launch, we are doing our best during these test nets to validate all aspects of the technology. So to sum it up, after the Cassini testnet, there'll be one more testnet, which will also probably last 2 months, maybe more, maybe a little bit more, especially as we'll be also doing audits for our protocols and everything. And once that is all validated, we'll be doing a mainnet launch.
Great, great. And the next question is about the Titan chain. When will the Titan chain be launched?
There are two sides to this question. Like on the testnet, Titan chain is already existing. If you go to our main website or main web page, you can go to there, click on the first button, and let me just quickly open it on my side as well. I'm looking at the main chain right now. You go to Cassini testnet. You can go to either blockchain testing or resource network testing, and you can see the blockchain testing tab, which brings you to the Explorer of Titan Network. So Explorer shows that our network is actually up and running. It's just running in the testnet mode right now. So it's already available. Our mainnet launch, once again, will be happening closer to the Q4 this year. And if that is exactly the question, well, we'll be launching our mainnet closer to the Q4. The exact timeline will be hopefully finalized after the third testnet. But again, our core priority is to validate and test all the technology before we release it to the public. So that's what we do right now.
Great news, by the way. And how can I join the volunteer program? Will there be any benefits for doing so?
I think that's a question to you.
Yep. Probably you can join our volunteer program. Just first of all, you can click on communities on our Twitter page. There are already 589 members, and here you can start the volunteer journey. In terms of benefits, of course, all of the volunteers will get some benefits in the future. Everything is recorded and noted in terms of community points, and which will be transferred in something more valuable soon. We will announce more detail about will it be tokens, will it be USDT or something else soon. So yeah, answering your question, there will be benefits, of course, because it's like a big bunch of works that you have done and as a volunteer. So join our campaign and be the part of the Titan Network volunteer team.
I think it's also a good time to highlight that we are soon partnering with another platform that provides quests for our community. We are already present on Galx, on Zili. We have a special channel on Zili for our volunteers. But we are also going to open another community platform soon, or maybe, the community platform. Are we allowed to talk about it already, Pasha?
Yeah, I think we can announce it, especially for the most active member who are listening to us right now. We will be on Interact soon. Is young and popular Web3 quest platform, and we will be highlighted there quite soon. And after that, we will not stop on it. We will launch more and more and more. We will be launched on more and more and more different quest platforms to spread the information about the Titan network, all of the Web3 space. So a lot of different activities are waiting for you. So yeah, activities and of course benefits for those who are joining it.
Wonderful. Yeah. So definitely excited to announce it very, very soon once we will finalize the platform rewards, which I think our community is also super excited about. And yeah, we'll be live on multiple quest platforms. We encourage your participation there. it also highlights your interest for our community, and we're excited to make it as visible as possible. So being on different platforms, promoting it on different channels enables us to grasp our community support and make it as valuable for you as well to be part of Titan ecosystem in the long run.
The next question. Is it possible to grow from a volunteer to a full-time employee? Good
I think that's
question.
a very good question. And honestly, if we see a great contribution from a volunteer, we are more than happy to explore different ways how to collaborate with that person. We have multiple tiers in the volunteer program on the first place, but if we see that a person is dedicated to the Titan network, we would definitely be happy to explore an opportunity to onboard the person as an employee. I don't think there's any challenges in our side from there. We love dedicated people. All of our team right now is super dedicated to building Titan network. So the more, the better, in my opinion. And if you're actually actively willing to contribute to the community, we'll find the more and more ways to enable you to do so. So I think that's definitely possible. And if you're interested, and we are encouraging you to do so.
Yep. Thanks for the answer. And what is the next question? What is planned next for Edge runners? Now the latest testnet is complete. Is there a roadmap?
Well, you still are able to be part of the Edge node runners. It's even though we are in a third testnet right now, and you still can contribute the resources as an Edge runner. This is available as an information on our website. If for some reason your device haven't updated from the last testnet, go to our document page, check where you need to probably deinstall and install again the latest APK that's available on your device. It should be available pretty soon also in Android marketplace. We are actively working on making that possible. But as of now, node runners are still available on the network. We are still extremely valuing our community participating in the node running services. And that's honestly the core of the Titan network in the first place. So yes, it's definitely possible to participate. We're actively encouraging you to participate. And if for some reason you are still not part of the Edge running on the third testnet, which is ongoing right now, definitely deinstall the latest application and then install it again. Then it all should work from there if you're facing any troubles. If there are still some complexities or troubles afterwards, that definitely let us know over any Twitter, Telegram community channels. We'll figure out what is the particular problem on your side. But the Edge nodes are running. We have more than 100,000 nodes participating in this testnet already. Just looking at the numbers right now, we have 160,000 registered nodes in this testnet. So people are definitely contributing their Edge resources. And if you're asking that question, you should definitely contribute your resources as well. And
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's proceed.
Okay, so yeah, let's move forward to another question from our community member from Discord. Could you give some insider information about what is expected in the near future?
Yeah, totally. I think that kind of overlaps with the previous question. We definitely need to publish a roadmap in the upcoming time, and I will make it a priority on our side to make sure that we are transparent and public about our community, about what we do, how we do, and what is the upcoming stages that's valuable for our ecosystem. Our goal is once again to, first of all, complete this testnet, then finalize one more testnet, and then have a mainnet launch. On the very, very broad perspective, that's our goals. Inside of each of those testnets and mainnet launch, obviously, we all have different campaigns on one side to promote to our community and contributor side. We are also actively working on the business development side to bring more partners and customers to the network. we are also closing our fundraising round, and we'll have an announcement soon on who becomes a partner of Titan Network. So there are a lot of moving pieces, and yeah, I think that should be part of our community public roadmap, which we had it before on our website. I think it was updated and removed on some changes, so we definitely need to bring back and maybe make a separate post about it. But we should definitely think about it and just make sure our community has most up-to-date information about what are the upcoming steps of the Titan network.
Oh, okay. And yeah, the next question is about the third quarter, but I guess you already answered our next plans.
Yeah, well, on the third quarter, for the next 3 months roughly, what we expect still to do is, first of all, complete this testnet and start the next testnet. These are two biggest things on the Titan network ecosystem side. Obviously, there is a lot of technological development happening in parallel. We are onboarding the first customers to the network as well, who are renting your contributed resources to the Titan network. So there's a lot of effort that is going maybe a little bit hidden to the day-to-day community member, but our core goal is to bring as many excited people to the ecosystem, both from the supply and from the demand side. And that's what we're focusing our day-to-day time on the Titan network right now.
Great. The next question, Konstantin, tell us about the Titan blockchain browser, please.
Well, I wish someone could also tell me about the Titan blockchain browser, I guess. I am honestly, I'm not sure what exactly here the question is about. To my best knowledge, there is no standalone Titan blockchain browser available anywhere at the moment. Though what we do have is, first of all, we have our main website, which is titannet.io, and all the resources there are essentially what Titan Network is currently offering. Maybe it is a question about blockchain testing. So if you go on our main website, titannet.io, if you go to the first tab, Cassini testnet, there you go to blockchain testing, and then you go to blockchain testing tab, you can see the explorers.titannet.io. This is the dashboard for our blockchain. Maybe that's what the question is about. It highlights what are the current blocks, what are the current validators, what are the transactions happening on the network, and that's where all the activity about Titan Network is available at the moment. If that's what your question is, then yeah, there is Explorer for the blockchain as any other project has. And that's where you can see all the up-to-date information about blocks and Titan Network blockchain as it is. So go there, explore. If you're referring to a specific browser built by Titan blockchain, I believe there is none at the moment. So be careful if you see some scammer looking links about Titan blockchain browser, and definitely let us know in the community channels if you see something that looks suspicious. We'll do our best to protect our community and ensure that you are only actively participating in the things that are validated by the Titan ecosystem.
Thanks, Konstantin. And the question about smart contracts, when should we expect to switch to WSASM smart contracts, I guess?
Yeah, they're called WASM. Yeah,
WASM.
definitely know it's what it is. The thing is, so we are testing the blockchain functionality right now, as you can see in our community. Our engineers are deeply working to integrate all the features from the Cosmos SDK for the Titan network. So I believe WASM smart contracts are part of native functionality of the Cosmos SDK. So that should be coming with the upgrades of the network. And hopefully that's coming as soon as possible. I believe our engineers is putting their most of effort into the system. So whenever that's will be possible, we'll do a separate announcement. And I think the more and more functionality is coming to the network, closer to the mainnet, obviously all the features of Cosmos SDK will be implemented on top of Titan network. So stay tuned again.
The next question about retro activities. How long will retro activities be available? I guess until mainnet launch. That's why it's called retro activities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of the quests, and even after we launch the mainnet, there will be a new activities, not like the retro one, but like something different. We cannot announce it right now, but once, so be sure that there will be a lot of different activities for community all and along the way. We 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 are on the journey, and we together with community, and all of the quests campaigns will be live until the until the end, and even after. uh yeah. The next question: could you please explain in detail what benefits I will get for referring friends?
Would you address that question as well, Paul?
uh Yeah, it depends on on where, where do you want to refer friends, like on, if we are talking about like uh Galaxy campaign or Zilli campaign, you will get extra experience, extra points that will bring you to the top of the leaderboard. If we haven't launched any referral campaigns right now, like our airdrop, Cassini airdrop campaign is finished, and you also could increase your experience and place on the leaderboard by referring friends. So yeah, it's everything will help you to like be among the top of the all of the participants on our activity campaigns. So yes, this is the main benefits of referring friends, I guess, if I understood right your question, of course.
Well, we do also have referral links inside the platform itself. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
a person registers a new account or wallet or node in the network, we have a referral program which is live and available to you as well. And I believe we have a separate post made on top about that in our notes platform or in our announcement platform. So go and check there. We have a detailed tiered list of which type of rewards you're benefiting from. What essentially we have as a model there is whenever you're inviting a friend or whenever you're referring a friend, there is a small immediate benefit that you're receiving, but you're also receiving tiered percentages of what your friend is receiving. So a traditional referral link where you have benefits not only from just bringing your friend, but also whatever amount of points or Titan tokens he's receiving as a reward, you'll be getting some benefits of that as well. So I believe you can check it in detail how we designed the referral program, both for KOL and regular users. Essentially, we don't really divide between KOLs and regular users in our community. Everyone has the access to the same features and functionality of referral links. The only difference is, or it's not even the difference. The amount of the rewards that you are getting for referring friends and community depends on the amount of people that you have invited. So the more, the better. After a certain number of invited friends who join the network and log in their wallets and log in their details and start running their nodes, you'll be upgraded and you'll start to receive more rewards for each friend you have brought. So that's where we are excited about our community bringing more and more people to the ecosystem. And that's where you should be if you're actively participating on rewarding or inviting friends to the platform, you'll be receiving more and more benefits when they run their nodes.
Okay. And uh, the next question is: what is the overarching goal of Titan Network? Yeah.
The overarching goal of the Titan network, if put very simply, is to enable community to provide cloud services on top of distributed network and benefit from that. We see that there is an enormous potential around the globe in the devices that people already have on a day-to-day basis. whether that's your personal phone or computer or tablet, you should be able to leverage it to 100% potential. And while right now, it's almost impossible to provide the cloud services if you're not a major player like Google or Amazon, what we see as a great future for our community and for the future of internet cloud providers is that we as people are able to play a role in the cloud advancement and benefit from the resources that we already have. So the overarching goal of Titan Network is to enable community to bring their resources and provide cloud services on demand, and enable companies, organizations around the globe to leverage those resources for their projects, creating a mutual benefit for each other.
And right after this question, the next one, are there any plans to introduce new roles for the community? I guess if you mean like Discord roles, we haven't decided it right now, but I guess quite soon we will add a new role for the like old school members, something like OG role that we haven't launched yet, and we know each other on Discord community channel, so we know who've been with us during all the way and since start, and especially for these people we will launch a new role. Yeah.
Also, we encourage, if our community has an idea which further roles we should introduce, definitely let us know. We are open to suggestions. We are open to bring more roles if that makes sense for the ecosystem. So if you think like, oh, I want to play a specific role inside Titan Network community, we are more than happy to enable you to do so. So let us know what you think, either in chat, in Discord, in follow-up questions. Just let us know, stay in touch with us, and we'll definitely make you shine in our ecosystem.
Yep, exactly. The next question, how will Titan handle scalability issues as the user base grows?
That's a good technical question. On the ground, there is no specific scalability issues that Titan Network face by the network design of it, since all of our nodes are essentially containers where people can deploy and run their software. There is no real bottleneck in how many nodes could be connected to the Titan network at the same time. Yes, we have a coordination system working internally that distributes the workload between various nodes in our ecosystem, but we are certainly prepared for an exponential growth of the Titan network team and resources. So as the user base grows, there are no significant load challenges created for the Titan network as of it is right now. And we are just more excited to onboard more and more users. Our network design is also ready to serve and facilitate thousands and thousands of nodes running in parallel. We envision to have we're ready to testnet our workload, and more than 4 million nodes could be easily running in Titan network in the upcoming future. So let's bring more people, let's grow the network, and let's stress test it together. I think that's the most exciting part about building your project. As of right now, we don't envision any problems as the user base grows.
And it sounds amazing. The next question, what security measures are in place to protect user data and transactions?
Well, I'm not fully grasping the question, to be completely honest. If we're talking about transactions on top of blockchain, we are working on blockchain, so every transfer submitted to the network will be existing permanently on blockchain network. So that's the feature and functionality of every blockchain existing right now. accept privacy-oriented chains like Monero and others. Titan Network is built on top of Cosmos SDK, so we inherit all the functionality of other Cosmos chains. So public transactions are the feature there as well. What we do though is from whenever you launch or whenever you install Titan applications or containers on your devices, there we first and foremost protect the people who are running the software. So in order to run the software, what happens when the Titan node is being launched on your device is inside that node, first of all, a virtual machine is being run, and then inside that virtual machine, we have a Docker container. So whenever someone starts to rent your resources, they only have access to that Docker container, and it is impossible to get out of that Docker container. So whenever you run an application of Titan Network, no one is able to see anything else happening on your device. They only have access to that enclosed environment inside the Docker container. They cannot even go outside of the Docker container to access the virtual machine. So from a security standpoint, it's all safe to run Titan nodes on your devices, and there is no way anyone could access your day-to-day content because it's just designed like that. There is no way technically to poke out of the container to access personal information. So user data is fully protected at all times, if that's what the question is about.
Are there any plans to integrate Titan with other blockchain platforms?
Interesting question. So the way Titan Network works, first of all, once again, we're part of the Cosmos SDK ecosystem. So we have an in-house available functionality to work with other blockchains in Cosmos SDK. Our tokens would be interchangeable with any other Cosmos ecosystem blockchain, will be available on all of the dexes of Cosmos SDK. So that inherited functionality is already there. That's why we're actually building on top of Cosmos SDK. And that's where we see a lot of value being part of the Cosmos ecosystem community. So just for your idea or like what other chains are available on the Cosmos SDK, we would be in the long term connected with other projects on Cosmos SDK like Axeler, Celestia, the Cosmos Hub itself, DYDX protocol, Osmosis, Stride, and other exciting partners of the Cosmos ecosystem. So that is all available by default. And over the long term, there is no real boundary for you to be part of Cosmos SDK, part of Titan ecosystem or leverage resources from Titan community, because there is no like restriction. Whenever you want to rent resources from Titan network or become a user or contributor to the Titan network, you're not really restricted to one blockchain. You can do it from any type of a device. As a resource renter, you can also rent it in any platform, Windows, PC, Mac, anything works. So there is no real restriction to what part of the ecosystem you are from. You can leverage it from any blockchain platforms. Any Ethereum users could rent Titan network resources. So we are actively encouraging that, and we'll be seeking for collaborations into the future. There are actually multiple partnership projects we are running internally in Titan network right now, where we explore collaboration with Ethereum and Bitcoin based protocol. And that's already happening on the network right now. So definitely stay tuned, and we'll be announcing and sharing more about how that works and what exciting partners will we have in the future. So yeah, that's always possible and happening. There is no restrictions, and we are actually excited to collaborate with other blockchain platforms.
Amazing answer, Konstantin. Thanks so much. And we still have a few questions from the people from the community. Let's move forward to another one. How does Titan plan to engage and retain new users in the long term?
Great question. Well, first of all, our active efforts on the Quest and community platforms right now is to bring new users to the Titan network that is actively participating, sharing their resources, and contributing. I think the biggest power of Titan network compared to many other blockchain platforms is whenever you run a Titan node, you have a permanent income that comes to you from sharing the resources. So just by notion of sharing your resources to a Titan network ecosystem, you will be benefiting, being rewarded with Titan tokens for the resources that you're contributing. I think that's just by itself is a really awesome retention model for the community to be part of Titan ecosystem. And our core goal closer to the mainnet launch is to accelerate the amount of community participating in the network and finding more and more utilization use cases where community resources are being rented. So that's our goals. That's what partially these communities calls are also serving the purpose. We'll be participating in more Quest platforms, collaborations with other channels, and ensuring that all the Web3 community and beyond knows about what Titan Network is. And if that's the case, then we're happy to bring and onboard as many users as possible. And then being part of Titan Network definitely rewards you whenever you contribute the resources to the ecosystem.
Yeah. And I see that there is a last question we have right now from Discord. How does Titan plan to address and incorporate community feedback into future developments?
Well, that's exactly why we have community calls. We actually bring all those questions then internally into the team. And if there is something that we can actually create an actionable item out of it, we are bring that to our developer team. We are bringing to our decision-making team and making sure that all of the cool ideas are actually being implemented to the Titan network, as well as all the concerns are being addressed either through our spatial channels, community channels, or even addressed from a technological standpoint. So all of the questions that you bring to these community calls are super important to us. Hopefully out of this call, we'll soon release a roadmap to our community. So bring more questions about Titan Network, bring more ideas to these community calls, and we are actually incorporating those feedbacks onto the day-to-day basis. So it's super important for us to be closer to the community that we have already. And if I'm completely transparent, you're a fascinating community in the first place. It's super exciting to work with you, to see your contributions on a day-to-day basis. And the more we have these community calls, the more we are aware that community is waiting for us to act, community is eager in participating, and we should bring more and more resources to make these things happen. So really excited about these channels. Bring more questions, bring more concerns, and we'll be acting accordingly. So thank you a lot for that.
Yep, thanks a lot, community. Don't forget to join our current activities on Galaxy, on Zilli, on Discord, etc. And if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. We will be back in probably 2 weeks, Konstantin. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying these questions. I'm really enjoying the calls. And I see that our community is waiting for the community call. So we should definitely be here back again, talking with you in 2 weeks. I'm super excited for that.
Yep. Thanks, everyone, and have a good end of the week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.